Hey guys, how you all doing? Let's talk some video games. So as of me filming this video, we have all had about 1 month, give or take, with the Nintendo Switch. I made a video about a week before the Switch launched, and I was basically saying, like, I'm not super jazzed about the launch of the Switch. I think maybe they should have waited to put out more games. And contrary to what it sounded like when I made that video, I did get a Switch. It came in the mail opening day, and I've been playing it a little bit, and I basically just wanted to give my thoughts on the system itself, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, do I think it's worth buying right now? Kind of like a follow-up update video to the last Switch video I made. So starting out with the system itself, it's light. It feels good in my hands. I don't love how big the buttons are. The buttons are a little small for me. I have yet to pick up the Pro controller, but I do kind of want to. That $70 price tag though, it's a little daunting. I recently picked up a Pro controller for the Wii U, and that I'm really liking. I've had that since I bought Breath of the Wild, which was also opening day. I charged it that day. I haven't had to charge it since. So if the Pro controller for the Switch is anything like the Pro controller for the Wii U, I'd be pretty happy with that. I definitely want to pick one up at some point. But what they give you with the JoyCons, they do work pretty well. I would say if you're not connecting them to the screen, definitely use the grip that they give you, because just holding one, holding the other, it really just feels like a smaller Wii remote and nunchuck, and it just feels weird. Now to me, when I saw the first trailer for this thing and I saw that it was a portable system, but it was a portable home system, I was like, oh, that's cool, but I'll probably mainly just use it docked in its home mode. And that's really not the case. I've been using this thing more in its portable mode than I have in its docked mode. I have used it in its docked mode, and it does work really well in that mode, and it looks great on a TV. It's not 4K or anything, but I'm not really a graphics snob anyway, so I don't care. It runs in 1080, that looks fine. On the pad itself, the pad runs in 720p, and it does, you can tell that it's slightly downgraded, but it's a smaller screen, so those details are better hidden. I do like the overall design of the thing. I feel like it's very user-friendly. I did have this one bug though, where I turned it on and it was paused from whoever was playing it last, and then it just froze. It recognized when I took the Joy-Cons out, and it recognized when I put it back in the dock, but it wouldn't let me, like, you know, get to home, turn it off, do any of that. Eventually I held the power button down for about like 15 to 20 seconds, and then it turned off. That was kind of frustrating, and the first night I got it, I was having issues connecting my left Joy-Con, but since then I haven't really had many issues with it. The system and the hardware itself is pretty cool. One complaint I have heard a lot, I definitely agree with it, it's something I thought of like right when I first docked the thing, is the actual docking bay itself has like no protection. It's totally gonna scratch your screen. There are some people on Etsy that made these really cool covers for them. I have yet to pick one up, but they're relatively cheap. They're between like 10 and 15 bucks. And there's some really cool designs. You know, they have Mario, Zelda. I was kind of hoping for a ukulele one, because I'm kind of on a ukulele kick right now, even though I don't have the game yet, because it's not coming out for the Switch until who knows when. I'm still debating on getting that for the PS4 or waiting on the Switch. I feel like if by E3 they don't have a Switch release date, I might just cave and buy the PS4 version. So that's kind of annoying how the dock will scratch your screen, but I also found the dock to be a lot portable than I thought it would be. It's really not much of a hassle to move the entire system, so if you wanted to take it to like someone's house and dock it at their house, it's not really difficult at all, and they have carrying cases that are like basically mini suitcases. I got like the cheapest carrying case you can get. This was like 15 bucks at Target. There's a pouch for the system and a bunch of little pockets for cartridges. It's working well for now. I may upgrade it later, who knows. But now let's talk about the thing that I've been the most vocal about, the games that are available for the Switch at this point. Oh yes, the big system seller, I said it before, it's Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And like I did say in my previous Switch video, I did get Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. However, my brother did also get it for the Switch, and I did spend a little bit of time playing it for the Switch. I mainly play it on the Wii U though, because I've already logged like 50-60 hours into the Wii U version, and I can't like copy that file to the Switch. But I'm just fine where I'm at with the Wii U version, and for some reason, my Wii U gamepad, the stretch on that thing is a lot better than it was a few years ago. We all tried it. When I first got my Wii U, I tried taking the little tablet to the bathroom so I could watch Netflix and poop at the same time, and it lost connectivity. But now I'll like go downstairs, right underneath where my room is, we have this computer area, and I was playing down there, and it was working just fine. I don't know if that was a system update, but the gamepad's working a lot better than it used to be. Anyways, that was a tangent. So back to the Switch. As far as Breath of the Wild on the Wii U versus the Switch, there's really no difference. I think on the Switch, the graphics might be slightly better, but you can't even tell the difference. There isn't really any gamepad functionality on the Wii U for Breath of the Wild. And my plan is to do a whole solo video review on Breath of the Wild, so I'm not going to talk about it too much here. Bottom line, the game's great. Yeah, all those 10 out of 10s you've been saying, it's a really good game. There's not much else I can say about that game other than what's already been said by everybody else. But like I was saying in my other video, I mean, you can get Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, so let's talk about some of the other games. The games I have right now, I got 1-2 Switch, which I thought was okay. One thing I don't really like about it is you have to play it with 2 people. You can't do it solo, which I guess I don't know how you would do it solo. I guess you play with a computer, but I haven't played all the mini games in there because, you know, I just don't have friends here all the time. We did play a lot of them, and a couple of them did stick out. There's this one where it's like a samurai sword you have held over your head, and then your friend has their hands like this, and you have to slash the sword down, and they have to stop the sword in time. That one one was pretty fun. There's also the quick draw one, there's a yoga one. I thought the game was okay. Even from the mini games we played though, it was starting to feel repetitive. So I would say the game's not worth $50, maybe 20 or 30 bucks. I would definitely pick it up for that price. Or if it came bundled like the system, which it definitely should have been, then yeah, 1-2 Switch, go for it. But again, just not at the $50 price tag. One game I did get on launch day though, it's on the eShop, it's called Fast RMX. Very similar to F-Zero. It's one of those really fast-paced, futuristic style racing games that I actually had a lot of fun with. That felt cool, it felt fresh. I guess there's one that did come out, I think it was either on the Wii U or it was on a different system, and this is like a sequel to that, so this was like my first Fast RMX game. I don't know what the series is called, but that I really enjoyed. Not counting Zelda, that's probably the best game I've played on the system. And then one more game I also did get, this is the most recent one I've got, it's a game called Snake Pass. This is a 3D platformer in the style of the Banjo-Kazooies, the Conker's Bad Fur Days, the Mario 64s, but it's a little more based around puzzle solving than those games where you play as this snake named Noodle and he's basically got to get off this island, open a bunch of portals, and it's basically a collectathon. You know, you got to collect these blue mystical thingies, I don't know what they're called, and then there's some gold coins on the island, there's these 3 orbs that you have to get to open up each gate, and you control him like a snake controls. The game controls very well, and it's actually a little bit harder than I thought it would be. I haven't beat the game, but the game only has 15 levels. I feel like that's a little on the short side, but if you want to 100% this thing, it's going to take you a little bit longer than you would expect. So it is trying to attribute those rareware games of old. What I really like about it is the fact that David Wise, the composer of the Donkey Kong Country series, or at least the first 3 Donkey Kong Country games on the Super Nintendo, he did the score for Snake Pass, which also kind of just adds to the credibility of the whole thing. So I've been having a lot of fun with Snake Pass. That's one of those games I can really just pick up and go with. It works really well in the handheld mode. I mean, sure, it works great on the TV mode as well. And I think that is something that the Switch does have a leg up on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Because Snake Pass, as far as I know, you can also get it on the PS4. But let's say I'm going somewhere, I have like 5 to 10 minutes to kill, I'm just sitting in my car. Oh, I have my Switch with me, I can play Snake Pass. I can't do that with my PS4. I will say right now, the Switch does feel to me more like a handheld console than it does a home console. And that's mainly because I have been playing it in handheld mode. I know that this is first and foremost a home console for Nintendo. It just has the feel of a handheld console. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, but it is just kind of something I've been observing. So now the big question comes, should you buy a Switch? Like I said, the hardware's fine, but look, the hardware's not going anywhere. If anything, the hardware's just gonna get better with time. So bringing this conversation back full circle, kind of what I was talking about in the last video that I did about the Switch, let's talk about the games. Now Snake Pass, like I said, it's about 20 bucks. You can get it on the Switch, but you can also get it on the PS4. And Breath of the Wild, you can get both on the Switch and on the Wii U. So really the exclusive Switch games that I've experienced anyways were 1-2 Switch and Fast RMX. Taking all those things into account, here's the short answer. If you don't own a Wii U, then you absolutely should 100% buy a Switch. Because Breath of the Wild is worth the admission price alone. It's a great game, one of the best Zelda games we've ever had, one of the best video games we've ever had. And if you don't have a Wii U, definitely pick up a Switch so that you can play Breath of the Wild. And in that, I would say if you do own a Wii U, then hold off on buying a Switch. Because while I do enjoy Snake Pass, it's available on the PS4. While I do enjoy Fast RMX, I don't think it's worth buying a $300 console in order to play it. And then 1-2 Switch, I mean, it's an okay game. There's nothing amazingly special about it. It's got a couple of cool mini games, but again, that game is not worth buying a whole console for. So the game that is worth buying this entire console for is Breath of the Wild, but you can play Breath of the Wild on a different system. So if you have that other system, then I would say buy Breath of the Wild for the Wii U, and then wait on the system. Maybe it'll take a price cut, who knows. And looking ahead, what's the next big game that's coming out for the Switch? It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Edition. You know what I have sitting in my closet right now? Mario Kart 8, with basically all of the DLC in the game. Granted, the battle mode sucks, and maybe they'll fix that in the Switch version. But again, I think if you own a Wii U, then don't buy a Switch just to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Edition, because you can get Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. It sounds like I'm bashing the system. I really like the system. It's got a lot of potential, but again, we need more games that actually just warrant the purchase of the thing. Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8 do warrant the purchase of a Switch, with an asterisk saying that you don't own a Wii U. After that, we have Splatoon 2, I believe, and then there's kind of a drought, and then Mario Odyssey this fall. So I would say, yeah, when Splatoon 2 rolls around, pick that up. Maybe pick up Breath of the Wild if you haven't done that already, which I don't know why you wouldn't have picked that game up already. And pick up Mario Kart 8 when that comes out. But again, don't buy them. If you've already bought them for the Wii U, you don't need to get the Switch versions. I haven't played Mario Kart 8 on the Switch, but I'm gonna assume it plays basically the same. So the Switch, it's a really cool console. I like what they're doing with it. If you don't own a Wii U, pick it up right now. Pick up Breath of the Wild with it. But if you do own a Wii U, just get Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. It doesn't matter. But if you do get a Switch, I would definitely recommend Breath of the Wild and Snake Pass and Fast RMX. Then you have a decent library of games going forward. You can also get Shovel Knight, Bomberman. I think those indie titles really did save the Switch's launch. So those are kind of my thoughts on the system so far. I really want to see what Nintendo does with this console. I'm excited to see Nintendo's future with it. Let me know what you guys think of the Switch so far down below. Have you guys played it? Do you guys own one? How many Divine Beasts have you guys tamed? Have you guys beaten Breath of the Wild? Honestly, it's a great game, but I want to get to playing other games, dude. I've been kind of building up my Wii U collection. I got Rayman Legends recently. I got Bayonetta 2 recently. I'm a huge Zelda fan. It's my favorite video game franchise of all time, but that is a long game. So let me know what you think of the Switch and Breath of the Wild down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, you can click subscribe and check out some of my other videos. And I'll catch you guys next time.